channel.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel Final Show, and thank you for staying with us on this channel that promises to keep you fresh and updated concerning sport-like related stories.
That's right.
Fans' reaction to pre and post match analysis, and of course in-depth match analysis. And not to follow us across all social media platforms on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and of course our YouTube page at Final Show 931. Ewa Baba, Gochuku,
my brother.
You guys are welcome. It's nice to always have you guys. Yes, talking about South African football. Yes, one of our Nigerian football superstar has fallen in love with Memelodi Sundowns based on their impressive competition that they're having at the ongoing FIFA Club World Cup. And let me start from you. It's safe to say, I think is the right thing to do.
Nobody that would have watched Mamelodi Sundowns play in the FIFA World Cup. Let me speak English because of our South African followers, and would not like to follow them.
Yeah,
like we always say, success has so many brothers.
Yes.
Nobody wants to associate with failures. And then I think Michel Alozie, who is one of our Nigerian Super Falcons star, one of the most loved, one of the most followed.
She has many boyfriends.
A lot of boyfriends, online and offline. I've decided to pledge our allegiance to Memelodi Sundowns. After watching them against Borussia Dortmund, I think, like we said yesterday, I think Dortmund will have won the match, but they won our hearts.
Sure.
Anybody that saw that match will have known that.
Yep.
I think they deserve to win that match.
Yes.
Assuming the match got like maybe more minutes,
would have seen a draw minimum. Yeah,
I think they deserve everything that is coming to them. I think they were so decent. The 15 minutes was, I think I was just lost and caught up in the heat of a very brilliant moment of football. Though we can only attribute the failure to the fact that they were not
too focused
to stabilize the game. As at the time they scored the goal, so they lost focus in between the match, and then we saw that beautiful goal from Ribeiro. Very fantastic goal.
One of the goals of the tournament so far.
Because I've not seen any goal that's actually.
I'm telling you,
that nice drive,
pace, finish, everything. That goal had everything.
He took on two players and then he beat the goalkeeper. But I felt he had a little bit of fear blame into the game.
Yeah, sure.
Pass some balls and then maybe get them to solidify that 1-0 lead by getting another goal. But in the midst of all of those things, we saw that gift from Rowan Williams. I think
it's one of those off games.
Yeah, maybe it was one of them, because he's not that kind of goalkeeper that would do that kind of thing. And then we've talked about how we want them to actually play more with their legs. Considering the fact that this new rule might be against some of the African players that are African goalkeepers that are used to always catching the ball and so I think that gift was unnecessary. It was avoidable. The second press mistake from Mokwena after having been pressed, because they considered those goals. I think some of the goals that they considered were just avoidable.
Goals.
And I feel like they tried to come back into the game. It was very late. But as far as we are concerned, I think they've gained some of our hearts alongside them. Some of our they're trying
superstars. Thank you very much, Ewa. Ewa mentioned passing the balls around. Talking about passing the ball around, talking about individual performance, it's safe to say Mokwena, a player that idolizes Cristiano Ronaldo, I think is one of the bright sparks so far in their two matches so far.
I would say I think Mokwena is one of those players like in Africa right now.
Those free kicks.
The free kick. The way he said that ball, measure him. I just remembered Ozil.
I was telling somebody yesterday,
he measured it.
Had the chance to play one or two more free kicks.
He would have scored a goal. Now let's go back to the other game they played that they won 1-0.
Yeah.
He played a nice free kick that hit the woodwork. And on this one again. Generally, yesterday I saw that game, a 7-goal thriller against Borussia Dortmund. Bro, that was an impressive performance.
Impressive, yeah.
Yes, they had the opportunity to eventually win the game, because I felt like when they were winning 1-0, they would have solidified the game. But, we are playing Borussia Dortmund, for God's sake. People when they play Champions League final, you get. So that was the difference. Season, That was the difference. They played a better team. If they had played a team that is a bit weaker, I'm sure that they would have gotten a better result. But notwithstanding, yesterday they won our heart. There is no footballer out there that would have said, nah, this is not good football. Even the Borussia Dortmund fans knew that they played a worthy opponent.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Talking about winning,
they knew
they acknowledged them.
They played a worthy opponent, and that's what football is about. I think big ups to them. They've done us proud in Africa. I would say them, I'm very proud. I never expected us to, even if we're going to, obviously they might crash out, but the level that they played mattered.
I don't think they should crash out.
No, I'm just saying even if they eventually crash out, but they played at a
Don't
very good
Don't
level.
bring Arsenal mentality into this. Don't bring Arsenal mentality. I need to
This
qualify.
is what they played yesterday.
Memelodi, I need to qualify. What do you mean by they might?
I'm talking about, I think, Ahmed Musa, the skipper of the Super Eagles, and also a player in Nigerian Premier League, had something to tweet about
The FIFA World Cup.
the FIFA Club World Cup. After watching the game, after seeing the way they played, he was
Mamelodi
like
Sundowns.
Mamelodi Sundowns, other African teams that are representing us, and he was like, we can't compete. Look at what's going on. Look at what's going on. Look, do you know the distance between the Nigerian Premier League and what these other guys are doing in terms of officiating, in terms of everything? And now look at these guys stand to benefit a lot. We know that finance is a major problem for us. Now, this is where you get that
you have to
financing.
spend money to make money.
Yes. Eventually, even if they don't, they got to get more TV rights, a lot of benefits from this thing. So I think it was a very good one. Yesterday, it was just the defender that had a bit of him around the but I would say I love the outcome of the game. Cardoso played a nice one.
I
The
think it was
officiating,
one of
everything.
those games that when you lose, you feel like you played well.
Yeah.
You have to. I think that's the thing.
Even the
So-
coach, he was spot on in his substitution.
I feel like going into the next month, they have to work on the lapses of this one.
Yeah.
Try to stabilize the game more. Like the intensity that they play, I've never seen. I don't know any team in Africa that plays with that kind of intensity and speed. They
Mhm.
get back to position well. Like it is just they are just the name that they call them, the Brazilians of the South African League is
Show.
like it is so obvious. It's so obvious. And I for a minute in that match, I was scared about our World Cup chances because if they play like this, not forgetting that we have
Most of them
we
they
have
play
most of them playing in the
in South
the
African
South African
national team.
national team. So, but coming to Ahmed Musa, I think I'm not surprised. We've talked about this. You know, when we say something we are not patriotic enough, when we probably hailed Memelodi Sundowns, some feel like we are not patriotic enough about our country. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Now the MPFL has finished for how long now? 3 weeks ago. They have not played the FA Cup final. Some clubs have started preparing for the next season.
Pre-seasons and everything.
They've not, the NLL, the people that are supposed to promote, have not played the playoffs yet.
So you don't even know who is going to be with you the next
people
season.
that are going to promote have not played the playoffs.
Even Premier League table is out. Their next fixture is out.
They don't know who is going to promote. They've not played playoffs. Some people have started preparing to resume. FA Cup have not been played. FA Cup of last season has not played. Season has ended 3 weeks ago. So when you look at it side by side, and there's another club in South Africa that's playing in the FIFA World Club Cup. People are signing players. People are doing business.
Making money.
Esperance is doing their own.
About an FA Cup final not played yet. So you see the differences. So we've talked about it. But when some people come under the comments, they feel like we're not protected enough. But it is what it is. There's no way you see all of these things and you expect investors to come and invest. There's no way you see all of these things and you expect Nigerians not to fall in love with some other clubs. But when you see Arsenal doing this right, you see Chelsea doing this right, you expect Nigerian fans to support them.
Yes,
That's why your Nigerian fans are supporting Memelodi Sundowns. When they see them, everybody wants to associate with very good teams.
See football now. See
Everyone wants to
football.
associate with something that is very
See
good.
football.
Everybody wants to associate with something very good. You understand? So I'm glad that somebody that is playing in the league and has seen it or is coming out to say it. Let's hope that they listen and then maybe do whatever is necessary to be done.
Hopefully they listen. Thank you very much, AY. Thank you very much, Chukwuchukwu. Yes, Memelodi Sundowns has gained a Nigerian football superstar, Michel Alozie, one of our beautiful Super Falcons player. And believe me, it's rightfully so because of the way Memelodi Sundowns played yesterday. In as much as they lost the game, but they won our hearts. 3 points out of 6
I
so
think
far.
she has to be very careful. Because we are going to the WAF when we're playing South Africa. I think that's where she draws the line.
No, I think it's just club. It's just a club thing. It won't extend to the country. It's just a club thing.
Are you sure? Are you
No,
sure?
it's just a club
She has to
thing.
be very careful.
It's just a club thing.
We just saw people do us one to Tokyo.
It's
So
late. It's late
I got
already.
that.
This one is late already. It's late already. Regardless, she says she's a fan of Memelodi Sundowns because of the pattern of football they played. And Ahmed Musa has urged the MPFL to try and emulate this in terms of funding, in terms of raising the bar so that subsequent FIFA Club World Cup Nigerian football teams too can also participate. Well,
Subsequent.
yes,
I love that
subsequent.
word. Subsequent.
Subsequent.
Keyword.
5, 6,
Subsequent
7.
can be
Keyword subsequent, man.
Well, that's our time.
20 years
People
concept.
share opinion concerning this production. We see you guys.